is going on, everyone, and welcome back to TTP Sports. The Phillies get another win in the books. They take the first game here against the Pittsburgh Pirates. First game of this three-game set. Bryce Harper returned. The ballpark was electric in those first couple of innings. The offense exploded in those first two innings, scoring 6 runs. Didn't like the way that they went quiet against Thompson, a guy that has an over 5 ERA. Bats kind of went quiet. They let the Pirates chip into the lead a little bit. They hit a couple of bombs, make it a 6-4 game. We're like, oh, please don't do this. Connor Brogdon comes out, makes it an even closer game. But then the rest of the bullpen does their job. Jose Alvarado, David Robertson, and Brad Hand. And then the Phillies also chipped in for an insurance run. Still not the biggest fan of the way that the bats just died in this game. Even though the first 2 innings were electric, Bryce Harper, like you couldn't even script it any better with Bryce Harper coming up, 0 outs, bases loaded, and you're just thinking to yourself, oh, is Bryce Harper going to be welcomed back by a grand slam just to welcome back into the lineup? It was just a very fun day leading up to first pitch, just anticipating what the lineup was going to look like with Bryce Harper back in it, and just everything there. And just for the rest of the game, I thought Bailey Falter, he basically just, this is what Bailey Falter is. He wasn't as sharp as he was against the New York Mets. He still goes 6 innings, allows 3 earned runs, still put you in a position to win this ball game. That's basically what Bailey Falter is at this point. Same thing with a Christopher Sanchez. He goes 5, 6 innings, allows 1, 2, 3 earned runs. That's basically what they're going to give you. It's just basically the bats got to pick it up for them. And in the first 2 innings, the bats did. And in that bottom of the 8th inning where the Phillies cashed in on that last insurance run to help, basically give you that extra cushion to beat the Pirates. Even though the first couple of innings, the Phillies were scoring all those runs, the Pirates were playing horrible defense. My God, they were bad in those first couple of innings. Just like I said, the only criticism I have of this game is just the bats died, and it kind of gave the Pirates a little life in their bats just because, okay, they're not scoring, our pitcher's pitching well. We still have a shot in this game. We're hitting a couple of home runs. The lead's now 6-3 when it was 6-0. So you got to put the hammer in the coffin. You got to put that team away. 6 runs should be enough to do it, especially against any team. But like a bad teams, like you just don't want to give them that sign of hope. Even though I wasn't worried that the Phillies were going to blow the lead or anything like that, I was still very confident in their ability to win the game, especially with the back end of the bullpen. But still, I just wasn't the biggest fan of them allowing those home runs. And it kind of just felt like the Pirates were hitting piss missiles, and then you get the Alec Bohm ball dying in left field. Kyle Schwarber, a ball died in right field, even though he did get a double out of that. It kind of felt like that ball should have went out. So, like, were the Phillies pitching with juice balls? Were the Pirates not? Even though I'm just talking out of my ass at that point. But still, overall, it's just still very solid win overall. You get another win. That's 5 wins in a row at this point. And now you are 71-55 on the year. And you put yourself even more cushion between that second wildcard spot and the Padres. And the Padres are currently playing right now against this Kansas City Royals. The Padres were winning 6-0 in that game, and then Kansas City made it a 6-5 game, but then the Padres made it 7-5, so they're in the top of the 7th currently. And if you want to pay attention to the Milwaukee Brewers, they're currently losing in the top of the 9th inning to the Chicago Cubs by a score of 2-1. So take that as you will. Phillies came into this ballgame 2.5 games above the Padres, so basically that's going to be staying in the same exact spot if the Padres win tonight's game in Kansas City, or if the Padres lose, it'll go to a 3.5 game lead. So you still have yourself a nice little cushion here against the Padres in that second wildcard spot, so I'll take that any day of the week. So you get the first win of this series, and now you have a chance to win the series tomorrow with Kyle Gibson on the bump. I would like to see the offense, if they're going to, start off hot, I would like to, keep the offense flowing, just score runs throughout the entire game, and just put this team in its place. The Pirates are not a good team. Don't make them even try to feel good about themselves. Just put them away. That's basically all you got to do. You took care of business tonight, and a win is a win. You get a win any way you got it, even if it's a close game against the Pittsburgh Pirates or if it's a blowout against any other team. You're not going to blow out every bad team every single night. That's basically proven. If you're looking at the Los Angeles Dodgers, for an instance, the Los Angeles Dodgers, for how dominant that team is, they're not blowing teams out every single goddamn night. So you get your wins any way you can take them, and you got to win tonight. So that's basically the most important thing here. I just didn't like the way the offense kind of went quiet at the end of that, basically through after the second inning. But still, you managed to take care of business at the end of the day, and you got yourself a win. So going into this game overall, everything started in the bottom of the first inning for the Phillies. Kyle Schwarber, he reached first base on a throwing error, and this was just like he hit it right into the middle of the shift, and the throw by Castro just was completely offline, takes the first baseman off the bag, and Kyle Schwarber safe. Rhys Hoskins doubles into the left field gap, so we get the second and third situation for Alec Boehm. And then Alec Boehm hits it to the shortstop, and I don't know what they're doing at this point. It looked like they were trying to get the double play, and then they were looking to third base, and then they hesitated, and then they tried to throw the first, and then Boehm was safe. Basically, I have no idea what the Pirates were doing in that situation, and the perfect moment came up. Like, you can't script it any better for Bryce Harper. Bases loaded, 0 outs, and, a chance to, make the ballpark absolutely explode, even though it still did. He gets a nice round of applause, returning back to the lineup, even before the game when Dan Baker's even announcing his name, or when the fans see him go out there for warm-ups. So it was pretty exciting leading up to first pitch overall. Bryce Harper works the count, makes it 2-2, and then he lines a single past the shift in the right field, scores 2 runs, makes it a 2-0 ball game. And funny or not, that's the first hit the Phillies have had this season with the bases loaded and 0 outs. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. It took this better late than never, because we all know how much, kryptonite the bases loaded have been for this Phillies team the entire year, especially with 0 outs. It's really funny that that's the first hit of the season with the bases loaded and 0 outs. I'm honestly shocked at that. But still, 2-0 lead there. JT grounds into a fielder's choice, which allows a run to score. And then Nick Castellanos bloops a single in the right field, allows JT to score. JT did steal second base during the Castellanos at bat, so Castellanos was able to drive him in with a single, make it a 4-0 game. And then we go to the bottom of the second inning. Kyle Schwarber leads off with a double. Ball didn't carry out of the ballpark for some reason. The right fielder misplayed it, goes off the wall. Schwarber gets the double, and then Rhys Hoskins just, one-handed swing on the pitch way outside of the zone, finds a way to muscle it out in the center field, bloops it basically, and allows Schwarber to score, make it a 5-0 lead. And eventually a couple of ground outs, which allows Hoskins to go over the third base, and then JT manages to drive Rhys home on a error. So take your runs any way you can get them. Then basically, offense was pretty quiet. Bottom of the third inning, did get a hit by Matt Vierling. Matt Vierling actually almost went deep during that at bat as well. Like, he hit a hard foul ball. I was like, oh, come on. And then Kyle Schwarber, he hit a deep fly ball to right field in the foul territory, and the right fielder made a nice grab on it. So you go to that top of the fourth inning. Belly Falter allows a leadoff hit, and then Brian Reynolds hits a 2-run shot to make it a 6-2 Phillies lead. Actually, during the top of the third inning, during that entire, Belly Falter strikes out the side, and during the O'Neill Cruz at bats, he swung and missed on strike 3, and the bat went like 20 to 30 rows back into the right field stands behind the Phillies dugout. I'm like, whoa, Belly Falter made you do that, O'Neill Cruz? What the hell? The bat ended up hitting someone, I believe, 2 women, I believe. They managed to keep the bat for a little bit, but then going into that top of the fourth inning, like, I was looking to, because I was at this game, and then I was looking towards my right, and I see a lot of people standing up and, like, looking in that direction. I'm like, what's going on over there? Is there a fight or something like that? Is something going on? Someone getting thrown out of the game? No, apparently the bat got taken away from the people that caught it. So there were a lot of boos in that general direction. And it's funny, too, as the bat got taken away, there goes Brian Reynolds hitting a 2-run shot. So I think they eventually got another bat from the Phillies, and the Pirates gave him another bat as well. So basically, I guess no harm done in that instance. Phillies don't do anything in their bottom of the fourth inning. Alec Boehm, he managed to get the third base. He did steal second base on a wild pitch, and Harper managed to get him over to third base on a ground out, but JT was not able to drive him in there. Top of the fifth inning, Castro leads off with a home run, makes it a 6-3 lead, so the Pirates are chipping in there. Phillies go down 1-2-3 in the fifth. Bailey Falter manages to get out of the sixth inning after a 2-out double by Hayes. Phillies go down 1-2-3 in the sixth, so they're really struggling to hit Thompson at this point after that second inning. Then we go to the top of the seventh. Connor Brogdon out there on the mound. Gamble leads off with a home run, makes it 6-4. And you're like, oh my God, are they really going to let the Pirates chip into this lead and come back into this game? Because it's a 2-run game at this point. And then he allows a single, and then a sacrifice bunt. Then he walks O'Neill Cruz. So Brogdon's completely off at this point. When I'm looking at Brogdon in his past couple of outings, even going back to that Mets start, like the Mets game, what was it, on Sunday, where he allowed the home run to Canna? Brogdon just has not looked himself in the past couple of outings. And one thing that I did notice out of him, his velocity is down again. And that was the same thing that really plagued him at the beginning of the year in those first couple of appearances where he really struggled. And then he got sent down to AAA to basically get his velocity back. And then he came up and became a different pitcher. He was really good from that point, but it looks like his velocity is down again, and that is a little concerning. So, especially with, the missing of some guys in the bullpen, Corey Knebel and, Seranthony Dominguez, even though Seranthony Dominguez is only on the 15-day IL, and he's going to come back very soon, hopefully next week. But you just don't want to see, a little bit of shakiness from the bullpen right now. And the bullpen has been a little bit shaky since those guys went down. Like, you see a couple of bad outings from Nick Nelson, a couple of bad outings from Connor Brogdon. Jose Alvarado there in the Red Series, he'd allowed a run, but then he managed to strike out the rest of the guys after allowing, having second and third with 0 outs. David Robertson's still been solid. Brad Hand's still been solid. So the back end of the bullpen's still fine with Alvarado, Hand, and David Robertson until Seranthony comes back. It's more that front end of the bullpen, the Nick Nelson types of guys, Connor Brogdon's. So basically, they just got to get out of this funk that they're in and put Connor Brogdon with the velocity down. That concerns me a little bit with him. It definitely does. So 6-4 game after the 7th inning, because Jose Alvarado came in with 2 runners on first and second. He only needed 2 pitches to get a double play here. Alec Boehm actually decides to step on third base to turn the double play. So something that you really don't see out of Alec Boehm when he makes those decisions. So he made the easy play to get the double play there. And Alvarado gets out of the inning in 2 pitches. Phillies go down 1-2-3 in the 3rd. And then you come out to the 8th inning. Kind of surprised not to see Alvarado out there after only pitching 2 pitches. But David Robertson comes out there, gets a 1-2-3 inning. So I was assuming at this point, because Brad Hand did come out for the top of the 9th to get the save. So I was really assuming at this point that Rob Thompson's plan, 7th inning after Bailey Falter was done in this ballgame, 7th inning was going to be Connor Brogdon, 8th inning was going to be Jose Alvarado, and 9th inning was going to be David Robertson. And then Connor Brogdon shut the bed, which forced them to use Jose Alvarado early. And I think the numbers for Jose Alvarado coming back for another turnaround into the next inning, even though he only threw 2 pitches, I don't think his numbers are good coming in a wraparound inning. So I guess I understand at that point coming up to David Robertson to face the top of the order. And he went 1-2-3. Phillies get the extra run there in the bottom of the 8th inning. Castellanos leads off the inning with a double. And then Bryson Stott battles in his at-bat to drive him home to make it a 7-4 ball game. And then Brad Hand gets a 1-2-3 inning to get the save. Looking at the lineup today, basically everyone contributed in this lineup. Kyle Schwarber goes 1-for-4 with 2 runs scored. Rhys Hoskins 2-for-4 with an RBI. Alec Boehm 2-for-4. Bryce Harper 1-for-4 with 2 RBIs. JT Realmuto, he didn't get a hit, but he did contribute to a run and an RBI as well. He goes 0-for-4 with an RBI and a run scored. Nick Castellanos 2-for-4 with an RBI. Bryson Stott 1-for-4 with an RBI. Gene Segura 1-for-4, and Matt Vierling 1-for-4. Phillies go 5-for-11 with runners in scoring position and leave 5 runners on base. Looking at Bailey Falter, 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 6 strikeouts, 2 home runs allowed on 71 pitches. Definitely wasn't as sharp as he was against, the New York Mets during the doubleheader. But still, that's basically what you're going to expect out of a guy like a Christopher Sanchez and a Bailey Falter. 5-6 innings at their best, and maybe they allow 1, 2, or 3 earned runs. So that's basically what you're going to expect from them, and that's their job for the day. Even though his pitch count was low, definitely was not expecting him to go into the 7th inning. Rob Thompson definitely had a plan set out. Get Bailey Falter to at least 6 innings, and then use the bullpen for the last 3. That was basically the plan before Connor Brogdon shit the bed, and then you had to use some other guys out of there. Even though Alvarado only pitched 2 pitches, so he's going to be available for tomorrow. David Robertson, he only threw 10 pitches, so he's going to be available for tomorrow most likely. The rest of the bullpen definitely did their job. Jose Alvarado, David Robertson, Brad Hand. It was just Connor Brogdon that's really concerning at this point with the drop in velocity. That's the concerning point with him. So, looking at some other scores, the Padres are definitely pulling away with this one, 9-5 in the top of the 7th inning. And the Brewers did tie the Cubs in the bottom of the 9th. It is a 2-2 game. But still, you got your win. You took care of business in that situation. So looking at the standings right now, before the Padres most likely win that game, the Phillies will be, after tonight, 2.5 games above the Padres, basically where they came into tonight. 71-55 on the season, 16 games above 500. Very nice to see. I like it a lot. 5-game winning streak for the Phillies. Very nice to see. And now if you're looking at tomorrow's game, Kyle Gibson is going to be on the mound, and he is going to be going up against Tyler Beede. He's a relief pitcher, so is this an opener game for the Pirates at this point? Are they going with a bullpen game? So, he has a 4.13 ERA. This is going to, I guess this is his first, I guess he's been an opener for the Pirates this year in his past couple of outings. Against the Giants, he went 3 innings, allowed 2 earned runs. Against the Reds, he went 4 innings, allowed 4 earned runs. So, yeah, he's basically an opener at this point. So, let's see if the Phillies can hit him around. And then you got Noah Syndergaard on Sunday going up against Contreras, who is 3-4 with a 3.86 ERA. Tomorrow, 6:05, 135 on Sunday. Yeah, basically that's where we stand at this point. This is more going to be a quick hitter more than anything around the 15 to 20 minute time. So basically not much to talk about at this point. The Phillies took care of business. Bryce Harper returned. I was very interested in the lineup at this point with the way that they constructed it for this first game. You get Kyle Schwarber in the leadoff spot, Kyle Schwarber and Rhys Hoskins staying where they are, Alec Boehm staying in the 3 spot. So I guess it was probably difficult for Rob Thompson to take Alec Boehm out of that 3 hole just with the way he was hitting over the past 2 months and a half. And then Bryce Harper in the cleanup spot. That's very interesting. JT Realmuto 5, Nick Castellanos 6th, Bryson Stott 7th, Gene Segura 8th. So that definitely explains the depth that you have with Gene Segura batting 8th, then you get Matt Vierling batting 9th, which most likely will end up being Brandon Marsh, who's currently on his rehab stint in the near future. But yeah, I would definitely maybe not. Overall, I don't think Bryce Harper is the ideal cleanup hitter. I like JT when he was batting cleanup over the past stretch. So maybe if I'm reshaping this lineup a little bit, maybe put Rhys in the 4 hole cleanup spot, put Alec Boehm 2, Bryce Harper 3. I know they're definitely trying to balance out the lefties and righties. They're going lefty, righty, righty, lefty, righty, righty, lefty, righty, righty. So I think Rob Thompson's really trying to balance that out until Marsh comes back, I would assume at this point. So I guess he's definitely going to do some tweaking with the lineup just to, how to fit Harper into this. Because like I said, it's probably difficult for him to take Alec Boehm out of that 3 spot with the way he's been hitting in it. So it's a decision that Rob Thompson's going to have to make over the next course of the next couple of days. So I think that is where we are going to call it for tonight, everyone. I see some comments right here. Mr. W says, imagine a Harper grand slam for his return. That would make the world news at this point. Scott says, like the old song goes, taking care of business every day. Exactly. Not looking forward to this West Coast trip, Michael Tucci says. Yeah, it's a little late in the year for West Coast trips, but overall, I think the Phillies will take care of business at this point. They've been a much better team this year. Ken says Harper is going yard tomorrow. I can believe that. I was really hoping that he was going to today. Literally every at bat that he was up, I was taking a video just to capture the home run because, I wanted to get that on video. I got the video of the 2-run single with the bases loaded. You can see that on the YouTube shorts on my channel. My first posted short at this point. So definitely you can go check that out to see the RBI single from Bryce Harper. But yeah, I can see him going yard tomorrow. I can definitely buy into that. He's most likely going to go yard in these next 2 games, most likely. So yeah. It's funny, too. I completely forgot that Bryce Harper was batting over 300. He had a slugging above 593, on base percentage of 364. Dude was raking before he got hurt. I completely forgot about that. Even though I didn't really forget about that. He was putting up MVP numbers, but it's just he's been gone for so long, that kind of slips your mind. But yeah, it's fun times. Fun times at this point. So, thank you, everyone, for joining the stream tonight. Do not forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. I'd like to see those as always. Do not forget to drop a like on the video. Do not forget to check out everything in the description down below. Painted Lions BrodesMedia. Definitely recommend that. I also recommend hitting the subscribe button. It goes a very long way if you do that. And also use the code TTPSPORTS, $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. Use that for any upcoming Phillies game or any event that you can think of. $20 off your first purchase with the code TTPSPORTS. Use that deal. It is a great thing. Do not pass on that. Thank you, everyone, once again for joining tonight's stream, and I will see you next time.